When we first met, I was the cold breeze on a summer day, or a new used car that you couldn't wait to drive. Uncomfortable at first, but kind of nice once you got used to it. Instead of waiting for those chills to go away, you embraced me. You took my hand and you smiled at me, reassuring me that everything was going to be okay. You promised that you would never walk away. So I took your hand and I smiled back. I thought I was finally sound. I believed you would take the pain away. I remember every memory that you left me with, from the sketches you would imprint on my back with your nails as I shouted out your name, to the screams of regret you repeated like a ringtone as they rolled off of your tongue. Every time you said my name, it was a form of art. Like your bass drum and guitar, like your voice in the choir, like your trumpet wailing on high. But the paint was wearing thin on this masterpiece, and I was no longer your muse. As my late-night drives got shorter and the air got crisp, so did our conversations and so did our kisses. You got sad. I realized that you were more broken than I, but I had no idea what to do. I was a car missing seatbelts and you got in. Every worry from before we met flooded into my head, and I was sure I could hand the wheel to you, and you took it. But when I told you that I couldn't drive, you forgot to tell me neither could you. Now your best friend was your ex. She was gay, it was okay. She would never swing that way again. Is that why you left the theater in the middle of my very first play? I waited for a praise, for you to take my hand at the end, give me a rose and kiss my lips. If only I had known that she had taken those instead. So here I was along for the ride, speeding down that highway with my hair in the wind. I had my life in your hands, but they got shaky. You asked me to drive for a bit. Of course I was scared. I still had not learned, but this was you. No wouldn't fly. Well, you sat back and I grabbed that wheel, knuckles white. I bit my lip until I tasted blood. I went in head first and I hit the gas, telling myself everything is gonna be okay. Then I saw the tree that was blocking the path. We were both getting bad. I was left at the wheel again, shaky, short breaths. You. The elongated sigh as you jumped out the door and I crashed. On a cold winter night, a rusty old car you couldn't wait to get rid of. Uncomfortable. And you couldn't get used to it. When we first met, you promised me that you would never walk away. And you were right. You ran.